Major League Baseball welcomes you to the following presentation of the Cleveland Guardians.
From the crime dog to the hit dog, mad dog to the big dog. It is a dog-filled day here at Progressive Field. Every dog will have his day as the Guardians take on the Washington Nationals. Guardians TV, presented by Progressive. Hi again, everyone. Matt Underwood alongside Rick Manning. It was a game that went to the dogs quickly yesterday for Cleveland. The Washington Nationals, I mean, this was no fluke. They are the highest run-scoring team in Major League Baseball, but, Rick, they put on a clinic yesterday.
One of the hottest teams in the month of May, and I'll tell you what, they started right out of the chute. I mean, the leadoff hitter, what's he do? He comes up and he says, this is what we're going to do tonight. Bang! He hit one out and gave him one quick run on the board. But they didn't quit there. They hit a double, another homer. And in the first 2 innings, they had a 6-0 lead. They made it a 7-0 lead. Out of their 15 hits, 6 homers, they had a couple doubles. I mean, it was an awesome night. And when you look at the pitches that were hitting, a lot of them were down the middle of the plate. You can see the cutter 3 times, the sweeper, the changeup, and the curveball to go 2,330 feet, almost a half a mile.
StatCast 3D powered by Google Cloud. Those are some streaks that Tanner Bybee won't want to look at. And again, I think for Tanner, it's one start. You got to file it and forget it. But it was just an incredible display of power by the Nats.
Well, they came up. They swing often. They're a very aggressive team. So you're going to, I mean, we got Joey Cantillo on the mound. He's going to have to really maybe work that changeup in and slow him down and speed him up and keep him caught in the cradle. But they weren't last night.
And the Guardians offense will need to bring their sticks tonight. When we come back, Andre Knott checks in on what the Guardians have to do offensively to try and match these Nationals. Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Step up to the plate for savings. Visit Progressive.com. By your local Toyota dealers. Toyota, let's go places. And by Elk & Elk. For a team of injury lawyers dedicated to every client every day, call 1-800-ELK-OHIO. Travis Bazzana, our Bet365 betting odds tonight. He has reached base in almost 40% of his plate appearances since getting called up from the minor leagues. He has made a big impact already on this ball club, and he once again will be in the leadoff spot tonight. Let's go downstairs now and check in with Andre Knott. Dre, the Guardians' offensive approach. They haven't been scoring a lot of runs here over the last week, but they're winning games, and they're doing the little things well.
Yes, you're doing the little things, and we've discussed this so much in our broadcast. If you've been lucky enough to listen to us and watch us, the walk has become an incredible thing for this offense. And as Matt said, last 6 games, they've not scored the runs that they've wanted to score. But when you talk to Grant Fink, they tried to find their identity early. Getting to first base was the main thing, and if it takes a walk or a hit, they'll take it. They just want to get the thing started.
It's been huge. I mean, we talked about it as a group at the very last day of spring training and our identity meeting of who we want to be. And they talked about touching first base and passing it to the next guy in the lineup, and they've lived it out. So it's generated a lot of runs for us so far. It turns into quality at-bats, and I think our young players are starting to realize the more quality at-bat they have, the better counts they work, the more the power actually comes. So that sounds like just get to first, but it actually leads to some slug as well.
You watch these guys take the kind of at-bats you hate for hitters to take against you, right? Like you said, throwing a lot of pitches, get deep in accounts, leadoff walks, things like that. Like, those are all just really, negative things from a pitching standpoint. But to see our offense do that and make that part of the approach and build upon that is a great thing. I mean, that's how we're going to, create traffic, create pressure, and push to the envelope against the other team. So be it.
So Cade Smith, he wouldn't want to face these Guardians hitters the way they grind out at bats, and Jose Ramirez is the guy that leads the way.
Well, they don't strike out as much, as a lot of teams. As a matter of fact, they're the third fewest strikeouts, and they work their walk. So anytime you give them free passes, I think you're helping this offense out. If you're aggressive, you got to make them hit their way on. If you give them free passes, they're going to come back and bite you.
It's the Guardians and the Nationals. Joey Cantillo will be on the hill when we come back.
USAA, taking care of our own.
Well, we're just about ready for baseball as the Guardians take the field. Joey Cantillo will get the start for Cleveland.
Joey has been on a roll. He's been pitching very well in the month of May. He's 3-0. You know, and coming off a very good start against Detroit, where he in 5 2/3 inning gave up just 3 hits. He did walk 3, but you remember he got in trouble. He was in trouble in the first inning. Carl went out and visited him with the bases loaded, came back and got that last out on the first pitch, and he settled down from there, and he's been very good. He's made 4 starts after a Cleveland loss. He is 2-0, and with a 3.20 ERA, he's given up 1 home run in his 19 2/3 innings pitched.
Let's take a look at the lineup he will face for these Washington Nationals under manager Blake Butera. It'll be James Wood leading it off, Curtis Mead. Then Andre Chaparro will get the start tonight at first base, batting third. C.J. Abrams, Dylan Cruz, and Dalen Lyle in the middle. Lyle the DH tonight. Jacob Young, Nasim Nunez, and Cabert Ruiz will do the catching.
And defensively behind Cantillo tonight, it'll be this. Stephen Kwan in left field. Daniel Schneemann gets the start in center. Angel Martinez over in right. Jose Ramirez at third baseman. Brian Rocchio is at short. Travis Bazzana at second. Kyle Manzardo, the first baseman, and Patrick Bailey is back behind the plate.
Mike Estabrook will call the balls and strikes tonight. Jonathan Parra is at first base. Lance Barrett down at second. And the crew chief, Alfonso Marquez, over third.
Matt Rick, you know, usually the home team always is on the field first, but for some reason Travis Bazzana forgot. He put all his hitting stuff on like he was going out to hit. Look at the guys getting him. He's like, oh man, oh yeah, we're at home. We're not the visitor.
We're wearing whites tonight, fellas.
Look at the guys. Come on, kid. We got to go on the field first.
He's ready to go hit.
Yes. Tells you all you need to know about Trav.
James Wood led off last night's game with a home run. He leads the majors with 47 runs scored, and he's also among the game's top run producers. Joey Cantillo with a fastball strike in. We are underway. 70 degrees, overcast skies. Warm, ball should carry once again here tonight.
Oh, they're already challenging.
Patrick Bailey.
Pitch.
Batters, the catcher's challenging the pitch.
ABS powered by T-Mobile.
That didn't take long.
Second pitch of the game, and it's 0-2. And now Cantillo. And he fouls a fastball straight back.
This is the first start for Cantillo against Washington. He did pitch against him one other time, and it was only for an inning. Coming out of the bullpen back at 25.
Bounced it in there. Check swing, and Bailey didn't find the handle on that. 2-2. James Wood tied for third in the National League in homers, 8th in runs batted in, 5th in doubles. The 2-2 swing and a miss, and a really good changeup had him fooled badly. 1 down.
And that's what you're going to have to do. You're going to have to, you know, speed him up and slow him down. He saw the fastball upstairs. This is a great changeup to lefty on lefty, and he is not opposed to using that one.
Bounced it in there. Curtis Mead has reached safely in 13 of the 14 games that he has started, including last night, in which he had his first career multi-homer game. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. And that changeup looks to be effective early.
Yeah, he's been, he's had a very good curveball in his last few starts, by the last 3 starts. But that changeup, that's his favorite pitch, and it looks like he's got a good one early tonight. He used 47% changeups against Detroit in his last start. So, he had a good feel for it.
Skip that one in there. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mead homered to the bleachers and left. And the fan that grabbed it was wearing an Australian shirt. And when Travis Bazzana found out about that, he was blown away. The 2-2.
Heads up!
He figured it had to be a guy from Australia the way he went up and caught that ball without a glove, because that's the name of the game in cricket. Turns out he's from Andre's neck of the woods.
Moreau Falls, and we're working on getting a hold of him because Travis wants to meet him. So we're getting his information, and Travis wants to bring him up here and discuss that great catch he made last night.
Down low. Full count. And the payoff pitch is hit high in the air, fouled on the left side. That's going to make it into the seats.
Big ricochet. He didn't have to go far for. Notice he didn't set that beer down to go get it.
Not quite as impressive as the home run catch last night.
A little different.
Well, he's under the philosophy, I'll get it when it stops rolling.
That's called the Rick Manning.
Yeah, get it when it's done.
Again, the 3-2. And that's ball 4. Here is Bazzana talking to Andre about that fan and the catch he saw last night.
I saw the catch, but I didn't realize how good it was. I saw a green shirt, didn't think anything of it. And I was like, damn, that was a sick catch. And then I got in the dugout and someone showed me the replay, Australia shirt, and I didn't realize it was, I thought he stuck his hand up. I didn't realize he jumped. And so, anyway, that was unbelievable. And if that guy is watching this, I need to know who you are, because that was extremely impressive. And I'm sure he might have been, if he's from Australia, he probably played cricket, because he had all the confidence in the world to catch it with no gloves. So that was impressive.
Jack, if you're watching, Travis needs to see you.
Andre Chaparro batting for Washington. Chaparro getting the start at first base tonight. There goes the runner, and that's fouled back.
Looked like he had a pretty good jump, too.
Arch, they have their own Sandy Alomar over there, a younger version. We'll talk about it a little bit later in the game, but what their first base coach, Corey Ray, has done so far in his first year there is kind of changed the game for them when it comes to their running game.
Well, they're third in the league. They have 53 stolen bases. They've been caught 12 times, but they're aggressive. They run the bases hard. I mean, this is a young team that is very aggressive.
And his big thing is first to third and second to home.
Isn't it everybody?
Should be.
Slow chopper to Jose. His only play is at second. Almost pulled Bazzana off the bag.
Oh, they're saying he stayed on.
But he gets the out there for out number 2.
That's a big play to stay at that bag. It didn't look like it from our angle, but we're behind. We couldn't tell with that foot. The throw brought him off. Oh, yeah, he was on it. Absolutely.
So with 2 down and a runner at first base, C.J. Abrams is the batter. It's called a strike.
Batter
Abrams will challenge.
Pitch is the ball.
So We've had 2 challenges here in the early going in the top half of this first inning. The umpire has been overturned twice. 1 ball and 1 strike for C.J. Abrams. Tied with Andy Pages of the Dodgers for the league lead and runs batted in with 46.
Yeah, you throw those 2 names out there, Abrams and Pages, and you're thinking leading the National League in RBIs. Well, they're having great years. We saw Pages early when we played the Dodgers, and he's continued to rack them up. And this young man is having a very good year.
Oh man, that one went all the way to the backstop. Cantillo tried to go to a changeup, but he didn't have the feel for that one. And on the wild pitch, Chaparro goes into scoring position.
Yeah, that one just got away. Change up and away. He lost it coming down, and it goes to the backstop. That's a 3rd wild pitch for Cantillo.
And that pull is foul.
As you guys talk about Abrams and the RBIs, someone asked him what's changed for him this year. He's been an all-star. He's had some good first halves. He's eating more and working out twice a day, at least 3 times a week. But he's eating more because Archie said he's always been skinny.
He's going to challenge on the called 3rd strike.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
3rd of the half inning.
Getting rid of him for you.
Maybe. They haven't
lost
lost.
4. They're 3 for 3 and challenging Mike Estabrook.
Mike is off to a slow start tonight.
But yeah, he said he's eating more and working out more. Archie hopes that's going to help him keep this pace going all season long.
Yeah, well, he's playing a dynamic position, the shortstop. That's a long year, but he's been a good player, as you mentioned, and they have a pretty nice offense going right now.
Now Dylan Cruz, the right fielder. He's hit in 6 of 7 games since he was called back from AAA.
Remember, Joey had a little problem in the first inning in his last start in Detroit. He ended up getting out of that bases loaded jam. He's got runners on 1st and 2nd. Nobody has a hit. He's got a strikeout and 2 walks.
Yeah, a lot of pitches piling up early.
Right.
That's out of play on the right. Nationals are trying to run their win streak to a season high 4 in a row. The 2-1. Now that's going to be challenged. The 4th challenge.
The batter's, the catcher's challenging the
of
pitch.
the top half of the 1st inning.
I mean, this will be the 4th.
Pitching
4
the
for
strike.
4. Mike might want to do over.
Mike may take a 20-second timeout.
So Cantillo with a 2-2 count. And a bouncing ball up the middle. Rocchio has it. And did you see Bazzana hit the deck to give Rocchio a clean throwing lane? And that ends the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 left. Travis Bazzana will lead it off when we come back. The Guardians starting lineup for Stephen Vogt, brought to you by Progressive. It will be Travis Bazzana leading it off. Jose Ramirez in the 2-hole. Chase DeLauder will bat 3rd. He's the DH. Then Kyle Manzardo, Daniel Schneemann, and Angel Martinez. Stephen Kwan, Patrick Bailey, and Brian Rocchio. That's an all left-handed hitting lineup against the righty Cade Cavalli.
Yeah, he's set to make his first career appearance against the Guardians. He missed all of 23 and 24, recovering from Tommy John surgery. But back again last year. He's 27 years old, 6'4", 245. He's got a 4-seamer, knuckle curve, sinker, sweeper, and a changeup. And left-handers, they're going to see pretty much the four-seam fastball and the knuckle curve a lot. And then his third favorite pitch will be that changeup.
Tough luck loser against the Mets last Thursday. Gave up 2 runs in a season-high 7 innings of work. Struck out 9. But the Nats lost 2-1 to the Mets. And Travis Pizzana takes a fastball strike.
He has only given up 3 home runs in his 53 2/3 innings, but he has hit 10 batters.
Pizzana swings through it. It is a ball and 2 strikes. Ground ball. Now see Nunez flips it over, 1 down.
Let's check out that Washington defense. Wood is in left field, Young in center, Cruz over and right. Meade the third baseman, Abrams is a shortstop, Nunez at second, Chaparro at first, and Ruiz is behind the plate.
Jose Ramirez pops one shallow left. In comes James Wood going out. Abrams collided with Wood. They both appear to be okay. A glancing blow, but scary nonetheless. Jose ends up at second base. Wood a little slow to get to his feet, but I think they're both all right.
Well, that's going to be a double for Jose, and it went off the top of Abrams' glove as Wood was coming in, and it's a tweener, and he got out there, and actually Wood might have let him take it because it looked like an easier play for him. He, you know, I don't think Wood could have caught it, but he just got in the way, and he was,
yeah, they were very,
maybe, you know, he should have probably peeked at the shortstop a little bit before, because I don't think Wood could have caught that ball.
Now Chase DeLauder with a runner in scoring position.
Comes up with that good knuckle curve that he has, and the left-handers will see that pitch a lot.
Plays that off that fastball. Last night, Chase DeLauder's brother was here. He told me to tell you hi, Matt. And I go, what do you got going on? He goes, man, I got to come to town and show my brother how to hit.
Nothing like a brother to keep you straight.
I told Chase, and he goes, yeah. Oh, we got another one.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
Well, why not? They had 4 chances at it.
But I told Chase, you know what it's, oh, it was a strike. I told Chase what his brother said. He goes, find him tonight and ask him how he golfed today.
That's the first challenge that has been upheld in favor of umpire Mike Hesterbrook. A little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Say there was nobody home. He threw it anyway. Abrams sort of half-heartedly holding Jose close at second, and DeLauder fouls it off to the left. You know, despite having just 3 hits in his last 27 at-bats, if you go back over his last 26 games, DeLauder's still batting .287. Just over the last week, he just hasn't been able to string them together. Ramirez has Cavalli's attention. He has gone to second, disengaged twice now.
Yeah. Well, you see, you just have to make him stop, and as a shortstop, you've got to stay there because you know Jose's going to try and steal it. It's a little tougher when the left-hander's hitting because he's got an open space.
And a weak roller to third, or to second rather. Jose goes to third, 2 down. And that'll bring up Kyle Manzardo with a chance to get the Guardians on the board early. You mentioned Cavalli has hit 10 batters. 6 of those have come in his last 4 starts. And that is tied for the major league lead. Anthony Kay of the White Sox has also plunked 10 batters.
Yeah. He has 19 walks. Not too bad, but 10 hit batters.
Manzardo wasn't going to budge, then that almost nicked him with that breaking ball. That curve was a good one. 1-1. Manzardo's been swinging it pretty well. Last 18 games, a .288 average with a couple of doubles, a triple, 4 homers, 10 knocked in. Checked his swing.
That's what you don't want to happen. You go to a 1-2 count now with that little check swing. He had 2 walks last night, got on base the first 2 times.
He chased one down and in and strikes out to end the inning. Guardians strand a runner at third, no score after 1.
Appliances at the Home Depot.
Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Progressive. Clark at the park tonight. No score, second inning, and Dalen Lyle gets backed up by a fastball. Lyle second in the National League with 15 doubles. I mean, up and down this lineup, every hitter is hot. He's hit in 15 of his last 18 games with 6 doubles, 4 homers, and a dozen runs batted in.
Well, I like the guy we have on the mound tonight to keep him in a rocking chair, you know, with the difference from his fastball. He's just having a tendency starting out throwing too many pitches early. He's at 32 right now and has really only pitched 1 inning. You want to see him get aggressive, and hopefully he can reel it in, because you know, the more pitches you throw early, you're not going to get to that 6 innings you want to at least get to, if not more.
That's up high, full count. Leadoff walk, that's already 3 issued by Cantillo.
Yeah, that's one that hurts.
Our Toyota keys to the game. Cantillo's control already in the crosshairs in this one. And for Cleveland, just
wash it away, flush it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. It's already forgotten about. I think when you leave that clubhouse last night, it's gone.
Now the suddenly surging Jacob Young. Jacob Young hit 5 home runs in 792 at-bats over the previous 2 seasons combined. He's hit 7 in 53 games this year.
A little bit of a difference, huh? Something, the light went off. He found something out about his swing. Yeah, right now Cantillo's searching for the strike zone. He's throwing more balls than strikes.
Oh, one hopper into center. Stopping at second is Dalen Lyle.
Well, that's the first hit for the Nationals, and I'll tell you what, it was hit hard, right back where it came from.
Well, and that's the way, I mean, in a 2-0 count, as you say, hitters should get one down the middle.
Look at that, it looked like a knuckleball, and that whizzed by his head. Man, that's a wake-up call. Holy smokes. Yeah, that's happened. You throw that ball up in the zone and you leave it middle of the plate, you can see they don't miss it.
Nasim Nunez with the infielders pinching at the corners.
Let's see, maybe he'll bunt here.
I was thinking the same thing, Arch.
You know, just to get a lead.
But that was the first changeup. It looked like his changeup. He hasn't been able to get the changeup or the curve down, Arch, so far. That was.
I haven't seen many curves.
Everything's coming out of his hand high right now.
There's the changeup up.
Threw a good changeup to strike out James Wood.
Yes, he did. There's the curveball. He's had a good one. And like I said at the start, you can see that's the one thing Cantillo has done. Boy, when he gets runners in scoring position, he's been awfully tough.
Not a bad idea to kind of look towards second base. This is an aggressive Washington team. They will push the action in the dirt. 2-2. Down to second and third go the runners, and it's a full count for Nasim Nunez.
Second wild pitch of the day. One was high. It slipped out of his hand. This one, he spiked it down into the dirt. And man, he is all over the place early. That's another changeup. He wants to keep it down, obviously. He was looking for a ground ball, but spikes it and gets past Bailey. Runners move up, take a double play away.
Shallow left. Kwan racing in, makes the running catch, and the runners have to hold. One down and a big first out for Joey Cantillo. Nunez went down to get that. I couldn't tell if he helped him out. Nah, probably too close to take.
Yeah, it was too close to take, and it was off the end of the bat. And with Kwan coming in, they're not going to send the runner with nobody out. Even though Ruiz, the 9th place hitter, that was he had to swing at that pitch.
You're right. But it was a good location.
Yeah, it was. He made him reach for the ball. Get rid of it early.
Keibert Ruiz with the infield in. They are on the grass in the middle of the diamond.
Look where Rocchio is. He's in front of Jose by 5 to 10 feet.
Jose trying to keep Dalen Lyle close at third. Ruiz looks at the ball in the dirt. It's 1-on-1. He's hit in 7 of his last 8 games, so he's been swinging it better here over the last week. Well, who in this Nationals lineup isn't? He kind of half swung there. 1-2. Ruiz has a dozen doubles, and he's knocked in 22. And here's where Cantillo might be able to prey on that aggressiveness.
Well, he's trying to keep that ball down. He's thrown 7 pitches in the dirt already. But that's one where he may chase, too. He may think that.
Slow chopper, and it's through, and 2 will score.
Yeah, that pitch stayed up in the zone. He just doesn't have a feel for it. So it's a high hopper with the infield in. Nothing you could do. Nothing you could do. It just shoots through. You can see where Rocchio is. He was so far in on the grass, he wasn't going to get there. So not hit hard, but it was placed perfectly. They'll play from in front again tonight. They've got a 2-0 lead, and here comes Carl again.
Second night in a row, a Guardian starting pitcher just doesn't seem to have it. And when you're facing a lineup that's swinging it as well as Washington is, that's not a good bargain. Nationals lead the majors in runs scored. They're on pace to set a new franchise record for runs scored. Now, who knows if they'll keep that pace?
That'll be a hard pace to keep up.
James Wood struck out on that changeup first time up. Already 50 pitches for Cantillo. Oh man, that is crushed and way out of here for a 2-run homer, and it's 4-0 Washington. I mean, absolutely obliterated.
That was a changeup, and he did not miss it, and these guys are on fire. It's a 4-run inning.
Seventh home run already in the series for Washington.
Look at, there's the changeup, and he just turns on it. The one thing you were hoping that it would stay fair, but that's why with him going to left center field almost all the time, you know, using the big part of the ballpark, that kept him back, and he ends up pulling that changeup, and that's one reason why he didn't hit it foul. Number 15 for Wood, and it's his 7th home run given up by Cantillo.
Well, so far here in the early going, only 33% of the Nationals' hits have gone for extra bases, which is down from their season average of 40%.
Yeah.
And that's not even the most in the majors. The Yankees lead the way. But these Washington Nationals are starting to turn heads with the way they are swinging the bats. Curtis Mead drew a walk his first time up. Nationals series opening win last night gives them 18 wins on the road this year, tied with the Dodgers for the second most in the majors. Only Atlanta with 19 has more. They haven't played well at home so far this year. They've more than made up for it on the road, and that's another walk. That's already 4 walks issued by Cantillo. And only 1 out in the second inning.
And that ties the season out. He walked 4 Cincinnati Reds 2 starts ago. And this is not the way he wanted to start out tonight, that's for sure.
Now you're talking about their offense opening eyes. This is the first time they've been over 500 this late in the year since July 1st, 2021, when they were 40-39. Arch. Then they went on a terrible run and traded everyone away. But over in their dugout, it was mentioned that this is the first time, and they kind of feel like it's their time to take off. This is who they are. You talked about it, Matt, last night. Everybody said they were rebuilding. To them, they're out to prove people wrong, but they're ready now.
Already action in the Guardians bullpen. Cantillo has hit 60 pitches with only 1 out in the second inning. Cody Hoyer is getting loose. Guardians sent Logan Allen back to AAA. Called up Will Dion to give them some weight. after Logan Allen was asked to pitch 4 innings in last night's blowout.
Well, looks like they're going to need some long relief tonight as well.
Andre Chaparro, runner goes, hit back foul out of play. Meade was running back in the first inning and had to retreat. So he's getting a little bit of a workout here. It's only the second inning.
Second inning, but the first 3 guys in this lineup have already hit the hittings for the second time.
Center field, in comes Schneemann. 2 down. And that will bring up C.J. Abrams, who walked his first time up.
On a challenge. Yeah, he went from a strikeout to a walk.
Checked his swing and fouled it off. We had 5 ABS challenges in the first inning. Back out of play again. It's 0-2. And the 37th pitch of the inning goes back over the netting. Abrams is the 8th national to bat in the inning. They already lead now 4-0. Ball boy with a little trouble.
Ball man.
Stop play.
Yeah, he overthrew him. First base coach had a little too much juice on it. He couldn't. We got to work on him going backward.
He only goes.
You got to turn your back.
He only goes forward.
No. We'll teach him how to turn around and pick it up.
Might be too late, Arch.
No, we'll get him out here tomorrow morning.
Give my man a break. Still a ball boy. Can't call him a ball man.
He's a ball man.
Dude.
Ball dude.
No, ball dude like they do in San Francisco.
He's ball dude.
No.
You call him what you want.
Chippy don't like it.
The 1-2 runner goes. And
got him.
He's out at second base. And a nice tag by Brian Rocchio. And the inning finally comes to an end with the Nationals score 4 and have the early lead.
And Guard, discipline that delivers.
Well, the Guards take on the Red Sox on Saturday at 4:10. 15,000 fans will receive an Austin Hedges jersey courtesy of Marathon. Plus, you can take advantage of the $2 Miller Lite pregame. CLEGuardians.com for your tickets.
Guardians in an early 4-0 hole. Daniel Schneemann leads it off. And Cade Cavalli misses up and away. Swings through it.
A pretty good four-seamer right there at 97. Guardians had one hit, a Ramirez double in the first inning. And Cavalli had one strikeout. That was the end of the inning.
Hyundai in the driver's seat, Mr. Utility, Daniel Schneemann. Left field, deep into the corner. Wood moving over, can't get there, and it's out of play. Just over the railing and into the seats. Well, if the Guardians are going to rally and win this game tonight, they're going to have to do something they haven't done in over a week now. They 3 runs or less in each of their last 6 games played. And Schneemann down on strikes.
Again, there's that knuckle curve that he will throw to the left-handers, and that's all we have in that lineup tonight. They may have to sit on that pitch. Gets the 2 strikes. You can see how he spins it up there, and it's a good one. It goes down beautifully. You got Schneemann to swing over the top of it.
Angel Martinez broke his bat. 2 down. Cade Cavalli's a big dude at 6'4", almost 250 pounds. And Arch told you he missed a couple of years coming back from Tommy John surgery. He was originally signed out of the University of Oklahoma by Washington scout Jared Head. And if that name sounds familiar, Jared Head was signed by Cleveland by scout Scott Barnsby, who is now in his 27th year with the Guardians organization. Back in 2005, Jared Head played briefly for Cleveland. In 2011, he was the MVP of the championship game for the Columbus Clippers back in 2010. Interesting how the game always seems to interconnect and weave back.
Yeah, you stay in the game. Some guys stay in the coaching. Some guys get into the scouting business.
Yeah. Front office.
I mean, there's a bunch of different ways you stay in the game. If you were at one time maybe a minor leaguer trying to make it your way to the big leagues, there's always opportunities.
Two balls and a strike for Kwan.
But you're right. It's a fraternity, you know, that you never get out of once you get into it. Or most people don't.
Yeah, you always say there's only 30 of these jobs. There's only 30 teams, and so there are a lot of connections, and one organization weaves into another.
Yeah, some guys want to get into the front office, or get into it. Some want to get into coaching. There's a lot of different ways to get into it.
Full count. I think back to years ago when we used to play the 6 Degrees of Rick Manning. It just never ceases to amaze me how many times you think about something in baseball historically and there's a Cleveland connection to be found.
Always.
Back goes James Wood in left field, and the Guardians go 1-2-3. After 2, Washington 4, Cleveland nothing. Cleveland Clinic call to the bullpen made for Cody Hoyer here in the 3rd inning. 4-0 Washington on top. Cody Hoyer was at AAA Columbus and then called up first on May 13th. 4 days later, he pitched for the first time, and the following day they sent him back to AAA. The day after that, they called him back from Columbus when Peyton Pallette went on the paternity list. Sent him back 2 days after that, and 4 days later called him back up to the big leagues again when Eric Sabrowski went on the injured list.
He's been on the elevator.
This poor guy, he wakes
down.
up every day going, where am I?
No time change, though.
Popped back out of play.
Speaking of Sabrowski, he got good news on that MRI. He's just got some inflammation in that elbow, so they don't have a timetable, but it wasn't as bad as they thought it could be. They said this is the best case scenario. Yes.
Good news. Yeah, he's been outstanding so far this year.
C.J. Abrams walked his first time up. And the 2-2 is rocked to right field.
These guys are not missing anything, man. I mean, they see a ball and it gets up in the strike zone, they are pounding it. He stayed back and that ball just jumped for a base knock. Look at this. It's elevated. See you later. Don't miss it. Man, and I mean they've done it with authority.
Dylan Cruz grounded out his first time up. Rough day for starter Joey Cantillo.
Yes.
And one day after, it was a brutally rough day for Tanner Bybee. Bybee lasted 3 innings in last night's game. Cantillo goes 2 here today. Cantillo made 69 pitches in his 2 innings.
He had a tough time throwing strikes. He had no command of it or no feel.
He walked 4, allowed 3 hits, struck out 1, 2 wild pitches, and a homer.
Yeah, and a lot of pitches in the dirt. Bailey was going crazy back there.
He went too far on the check swing appeal. 2-2. Right field, Martinez. 1 down. And up comes Dalen Lyle, who walked and scored in the second. And a nice scoop by Bailey to keep it in front of him. Last September, Dalen Lyle had 6 home runs and 7 triples in the month of September.
7? That's
He's only the 6th player in Major League Baseball history to have 6 homers and 7 triples in a single month. Some of these guys go way back, but Ty Cobb did it in 1921. Willie Mays, the last to do it in 1957 before Lyle.
Arch, that ballpark in Washington does have high walls. I'm guessing a couple of them hit there and went the opposite way for him to get that many triples.
I guess. Yeah, I mean,
it's the only way you get them.
I mean, you got to be able to run,
Yeah.
but 7 triples in a month is unbelievable. I know Corbin Carroll's the guy that's been leading the National League with triples, you know, for the last 3 years.
2 in a
He's
game.
trying for the 4th straight year, and I don't know if anybody's ever done that.
He had 2 in a game just earlier
Yes, he
last
did.
week, maybe.
I saw that. No, it was a couple days ago.
Well, Lyle, he's from Louisville, Kentucky. When they played in Cincinnati, he had a big game, and all the guys said, we're going to bring all 50 people that he brought to the game here in Cincinnati. We're going to bring them everywhere we go.
When he was in 8th grade, Indiana offered him a scholarship.
For
in the 8th grade.
Hoops or baseball?
I think Kurt Signetti might have been behind it. I don't know. There's a long fly ball to right field. If it's fair, it could be trouble. Angel Martinez has room and makes the catch. And the way the ball's been flying out of here, he didn't figure that one was going to hold it, but it died.
He got underneath it a little bit. But I'll tell you what, I like what happened. Watch where Abrams goes back to tag up. And now Martinez is going to make a beautiful throw, but he's halfway down there thinking of going to second, but he reads the throw was going to be on line. And he ended up getting back to first in plenty of time. But a really good heads-up read.
Heads-up read, a really good job by Martinez to not just go back there and
Bingo.
make the catch lazily. And
yeah, because they got a 4-run lead. They can afford it. He was just trying to read the throw, and he did make a good throw. Absolutely right. A one-hopper right there.
Second most important rule for Corey Ray, their base coach, is to pay attention to details. So that's one of those details that he's big on, Archie's.
Well, details were taken care of in both positions, because Martinez did his. He got back in case he was going to tag and was underneath it. And that was good baseball right there.
His number one rule, Arch, is efficiency. And he wants them to be efficient going around bases and touching the bases at the right places. And he
running bases is an art too, because you can't practice it because there's no game situation. You know what I mean? You can only do it basically in the game.
Rocchio with a 2-hop throw on the money to Manzardo and ends the inning. A stellar defensive play by Rocchio ends the top half of the third. Guardians Baseball is brought to you by Blue Moon, now available in Blue Moon Light and Blue Moon Non-Alcoholic. And by Chili's Big Crispy 3 for Me, the best $10.99 you can eat. Dogs are enjoying a day at the ballpark. Patrick Bailey leads off for Cleveland here. Guardians down 4-0. Bailey 2 hits in his last 6 at bats with a home run. Ball missed outside 2-1. Two-seam fastball, and it's now 2-2.
And you know what? He throws that little two-seamer more to right-handers than he does left-handers. And you would think he would try and get the ground ball and sink it away, but he throws more of them to right-handers than he does lefties.
Took a 4-seam fastball there. Third strikeout for Cavalli, 1 down. The Home Depot getting it done. Brian Rocchio is getting hot, especially here at home.
He's had a fun year to this point. He's really had an impact on a lot of things, and his defense has been very good at shortstop.
There's a ball smoked in the right field.
There you go. That's what you want to see. He got down, didn't miss it, and hit a nice line drive. Second hit, first time through the lineup for the Guardians. See if they can go string a couple together. He went down and got a nice low fastball. Head stayed down right through the baseball. Beautiful swing.
Back to the top of the order, Travis Bazzana, who grounded out his first time up. Bazzana was 1 for 4 last night with a double. He has hit in 10 of his last 12 games, batting .375 over that stretch with a couple of doubles and 2 home runs.
Arch, you see that knuckle curve? He gets it up to 88, 85 Anywhere from 85 to 88 is what we've seen so far.
Yeah, it's got a nice bite to it.
I was going to say, it's a little different when he's throwing it that hard, isn't it?
It's a hard curveball. Yeah, a lot of times the curveball will be a slow one. But no, but it's the way you hold it. Got that one spike on it. He's a big dude, so it's a field pitch.
Right. Seems everything he has is power. Like everything he does is hard.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
In the dirt, and a nice stop by Keibert Ruiz.
Yeah, that's got to be a tough one to block. When it spikes in the dirt, you've got to run around first base. You've got to definitely try and put your body in front of it and keep it in front of you. And he spikes it out front. And it was a backhand, but he got it into the glove and kept it in front. So that was a good job by him. Might get a fastball here. Be ready.
Ball 4. First walk issued by Cavalli. And the Guardians have 2 on with 1 out here in the 3rd. Keibert Ruiz going to go out and talk to, he's going to try to talk to Cavalli. He had his back turned to him. He finally turns around to talk to him here, and we'll get a word here from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
It could be that he just went out to talk to him because he issued his first walk. I have a sneaking suspicion he went out to talk to him because Jose Ramirez is the batter. There's no doubt they have Ramirez circled in that Washington dugout. Starts him off with a curveball, and it's in there for a strike.
Yeah, and comes right back and throws it for a strike. That's the tough one. You throw it first pitch for a strike, and now you got the hitter thinking.
Slow roller to second. Abrams goes to first, and it's in time. 2 away. Rocchio to third, Bazzana to second, and Chase DeLauder coming up. DeLauder grounded out his first time up.
Well, they could use a nice 2-out base hit here and cut the lead in half.
What a stop by Ruiz. He may have stopped it with his bare hand or part of his body.
It sounded like it. There was no thud or anything. It hurt.
Something doesn't feel good.
That breaking ball, here it comes. Hand, arm, right there. Yeah, you see how tight he kept it in there? He didn't let it go anywhere. So he took it. Yeah, that'll be nice.
He made a fist almost to protect his fingers. You saw that, Arch? It's like it's happened before. He knows to put his fingers.
Well, I mean, those guys back there, they do an unbelievable job blocking balls every night, especially with runners in scoring position. It's crazy.
And a bouncer to second. Another opportunity slips through Cleveland's fingers, and after 3, they trail 4-0. The dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
No time for ice cream. Nasim Nunez leads it off here in the 4th.
We need Frankie 2-scoop around here.
Frankie 2 scoops. Let's go.
Andre, He might have him.
Oh, man.
Down there.
Frankie Two Scoops, my guy. We should have brought him home with us.
I don't think he wanted to come.
He's a legend in Philly. You're right.
Yeah, he's been there 28 years.
Everybody in that ballpark knows him.
Yeah.
I went down to the clubhouse, and the guy
yeah.
checks you in at the clubhouse door. He said, "You go see Frankie Two Scoops yet?"
Yeah.
If you go back there, tell him I said, no.
He told us what ice cream to get. Yeah.
But he's a really, really personable guy. He knows a lot about everything.
In the dirt. And when you're serving ice cream,
and you give extra scoops.
I mean,
Gotta have some personality, right?
You're going to make a lot of friends. The first, Manzardo had a little trouble. Recovers, 1 down. Blue Moon bright spot. Both Cleveland and Washington have found the road to their liking.
Their record is so different at home. Matt, it's a huge difference.
6 under 500 at home.
Well, you know, they say pitchers have reverse splits. You usually you want to win at home, and you know, if you can play 500 on the road, it's pretty good. But they're playing excellent on the road. And see it, they're just come. I don't know what it is about hitting, because I thought that was a pretty good park to hit in.
No doubt. Arch, I mentioned to you their first base coach, Corey Ray. He was a 5th pick in the 2016 draft with Milwaukee. Didn't work out for him there, but he's in charge of their running game. And I told you efficiency and attention to detail are his 2 main things. So in spring training, he timed every guy from 1st to 3rd.
On his team?
On his team. Because as you said, you can't.
They used to do that a lot.
He said that because you can't practice it, he wanted it during the season. He wanted to know what those guys were doing from 1st to 3rd.
Right.
Stephen Kwan in left field. Calls off Rocchio at the last second. Rocchio went into a flop and got out of the way. 2 down.
But Arch, off of that, he wanted them all time. He wanted to know, and he wanted them to know how long it was taking them to go from 1st to 3rd. Then he felt like he could build off of that and have them get better at it and be more efficient when it came to going from 1st to 3rd, 2nd to home, and basically made it a challenge for them to get better at it and hitting the bases the right spots.
Well, they used to, you know, in spring training back in the day, they used to run after a game or something. You'd have to go from 1st to home to 1st about 2 or 3 times after games, home to 2nd, all the way around to 3rd, and then all the way around to home. And they wanted you to make good cuts and everything like that, and that's one way you can learn.
And it's
because, like you say, you can't practice it. Okay, you do it in batting practice. No, you don't, because guys hit balls too hard. You know, you got screens everywhere. You have to do it at times.
And it's made a huge difference in their offense already. And now the players are all buying into it. And whether you're the catcher or
well, we talk about guys going down the first baseline. If you go down the first baseline the same every time, you'll get a feel on how many steps you need to take to get to first base and hit the base the same every time if you work on it. But not enough guys run down the first baseline hard every time.
Matt, I think you asked Stephen Vogt this yesterday. It just seems like we're seeing more teams making the run game more important right now in baseball. You know, so how it was maybe 5 or 6 years ago, where everybody was trying to hit home runs. I think teams are realizing, especially with younger teams, you got to take advantage of that.
Well, it favors the running game.
Yes.
Bigger bases. You know, you can only throw twice to first base if you're a pitcher. They give you a free runner in extra innings. I mean, if you can run the bases, you're getting an advantage. So you better take advantage of it.
Left side, fading and out of play. By the way, I was looking at Washington's home road splits, and if you look at the way their schedule started out, they had the Dodgers and Cardinals in their first homestand. They went 1-5. Then they had the Giants and Braves. They went 2-5. So they started
better.
They started out 4-12 in their first 16 home games. Since then, they've gone 6-4. So they've turned
time to turn it around.
They've turned it around, and that's kind of coincided with them playing better overall.
And the home runs are even, road and home, basically. Everything is. But they're doing it with this record. Look at the starter ERA and the bullpen ERA.
Yeah, but again, a lot of that was early. The starters have pitched really well of late, and it's.
Yeah, they have.
You almost have to cut their season in half because the last 2 weeks they have been a different ball club.
Yes.
Curtis Mead has already walked twice. Cody Hoyer has gone an inning and 2/3. Sean Armstrong is up in the Cleveland bullpen.
Yeah, he's at 40 pitches too. Again, they're throwing a lot of pitches. This one hit pretty well.
Deep center, Schneemann back. He leaps up, and he made an incredible catch. Oh my goodness! Daniel Schneemann went above the wall and robbed Curtis Mead of what would have been his 3rd homer in the series. That boy got some hops. Nationals still lead at 4-0. Kyle Manzardo leads off for the Guardians here in the home half of the 4th inning. Cade Cavalli with a fastball for strike 1.
I'm surprised Manzardo's hitting. I thought Schneemann would lead off after a catch like that. Don't that normally happen?
Supposed to.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, chased another one. He struck him out with that pitch back in the 1st inning. Big Kurt Cavalli has given up just 2 hits. Has walked 1, struck out 3. Again, big picture, the Nationals pitching looks awful. But if you zero in on what they've been doing lately, it's all come together for them. Progressive defensive play of the game. You just saw it.
Perfect timing. I mean, well done, Daniel Schneemann. He gets up there and he didn't show it. He knew he had it though. He looked in his glove and it was there. Look at Quan. He's excited about it. Schnee just started trotting in. That's I mean, you dream of that, going up and taking one back. So give him 2 RBIs on his card. He saved 2 runs.
He's kept his team in it. That's foul. Hard hit ball. Nunez has plenty of time, throws him out. 2 down.
Well, new bottomless bite tickets include a seat in the upper level, plus endless hot dogs, chips, popcorn, peanuts, and sodas. Bottomless bite tickets are only available for select games, so visit cleguardians.com/fan values and get yours today.
Again, what the Guardians are up against here tonight is they have not scored more than 3 runs since last Tuesday when they scored 4 in Detroit. And that was on the heels of a stretch where they scored 6 runs, 7 runs, and 10 runs, then 8 runs. So the offense was clicking. They were really starting to put things together. But after that, it has been tough sledding. And you get down early 4-0 after getting down into a deeper hole early in the game last night. Again, I don't get the sense you could feel the tension all the way up here in the booth at times when this offense has pressed, and you could feel it. I don't get that sense here right now, but just nothing seems to be clicking for these guys.
Well, it's all hitting with runners in scoring position. You know, like I say, if you don't walk a lot of these guys, you're going to have a really good chance to win a ball game until they start hitting.
The zone, auto zone. Restrictions apply.
All right, guys, go ahead.
Well, congratulations to the Baldwin Wallace Yellow Jackets baseball team. They have advanced to the Division III NCAA World Series, which will be held starting on Friday at the Lake County Captains Ballpark. They'll be taking on Johns Hopkins Friday at 10 a.m.
Congratulations, boys. Go bring it home.
Matt, we can go check it out. It's the morning game.
Absolutely.
Oh, my man. That's great. Is that the school that always had the football teams that you just said that they're in the Division III?
Baldwin Wallace?
No, who just said
Johns Hopkins?
Johns Hopkins. I've heard that name before. I'm pretty sure they've
big lacrosse school.
Okay, that's why I know.
Andre Chaparro is 0 for 2. And Sharon Armstrong out of the Guardians bullpen fires a fastball that's fouled right back.
Yeah, it has been a tough night for Cleveland pitching to this point. Cantillo and Hoyer had 4 innings, 110 total pitches.
Ouch.
Yeah, right. 13
lot.
batters seen 5 or more pitches, and these guys are aggressive, so they're going to try and put it in play when they get it. But they've been pitching, too many pitches behind the count. 20 batters faced. It's been a long night. The defense has been standing out there for a while.
I wonder if the reputation of the Nationals for being an aggressive hitting team, coupled with what they did last night, has played into that at all. As Bailey couldn't quite get to it. It's over the netting. You watch what they did last night. You know they're aggressive. Does that force maybe the pitcher to be like, I've got to be careful. I've got to be maybe try to work the edges, and all of a sudden you're working from behind.
You got to ask them
if you don't hit your spots.
I mean, you got to go out there and you got to pitch your game no matter what they're swinging at. But the command, falling behind, too many pitches, lack of control, that'll put hitters in good counts. And then you got to go to them.
Struck him out. 1 down here in the 5th.
Well, the Red Sox will wrap up this homestand Sunday at 1:40, and it's another Kids Fun Day here at the ballpark where all the kids can run the bases after the ball game thanks to Cleveland Clinic Children's. Get your tickets at CLEGuardians.com.
C.J. Abrams has walked and singled. He has the last hit in this game for Washington, leading off the 3rd inning. And how about Armstrong? Almost struck him out, but it just didn't stick in the mitt of Patrick Bailey. Got a piece. And it stays alive.
Well, his glove, he uses a tiny glove, it looks like, as a catcher. Those things that, they either stick or they don't. There's not much you can do about it.
It's a 2-2 count. Hit high in the air, right field, Martinez. 2 down.
Batting for the Nationals, right fielder Dylan Cruz.
So Dylan Cruz 0 for 2 to the plate. That's right back to the netting.
Armstrong he's finding a way now to get ahead of the hitters. 9 strikes out of his 14 pitches, so he's pounding the zone.
Two hit on the ground. Manzardo has it. Long flip to Armstrong. He couldn't beat him to the bag because he wasn't even close to it.
Yeah, he ran a poor route to cover first base. You got to go up that first baseline and be in shape, and he wasn't even close to it. Let's see the route he takes from the pitcher's mound. Watch. He goes over there, and it's a direct line. You got to sort of bend it out a little bit. He missed it by 5 feet. There it is, and he's going directly to the bag. He didn't even look. He did not even look to where the bag was. He just ran over there thinking he was going to be there, and he did not get there.
Lozana helps him out. Inning over. Halfway through, Guardians down 4-0. That's a big dog.
Yeah, put a saddle on that thing. That's a horse.
You got to get 3 tickets for that guy. Man.
Think it sheds?
Just a little bit. That is a big dog.
Stephen Kwan leading off the home half of the 5th. Fly to left is only time up. Line drive right field, base hit for Stephen Kwan. 3rd hit of the game for Cleveland.
Yeah, all odd innings. 1 in the 1st, 1 in the 3rd, and now the leadoff man here in the 5th. But they got to start trying to do something here.
Yeah, it's been too quiet in here. It's way too quiet.
You got to get a 1st and 3rd and get a little excitement going here. You need some action, is right.
Just foul.
Boy, it was hammered. He was ready for it, and that ball, it was foul. Look at that thing hook. That was by him, though. That's how hard it was hit. It was by him at first base before he could even do anything.
And Bailey takes that curveball, and it's in there for a strike. 0-2.
That has been a good pitch for him tonight. That knuckle curve.
Draws another throw. I mean, I don't think they're going to be that aggressive down 4 runs, but Cavalli wants to make sure that Quan knows he's aware.
He certainly is, but Kwani is not a base stealer per se. He's only made 2 out of 3, but he gets the strikeout.
6 for Cavalli. Injury report brought to you by the injury attorneys at Elk and Elk. Toronto Blue Jays currently 4 games under 500, 10.5 games off the pace in the AL East, and now missing 2 key contributors.
And Matt, that happened on Sunday, and it happened about 5 minutes apart. Dylan Cease left the game, and then they went out and they started hitting, and he got hit in the forearm. So that's a big sigh of relief, I think, for those in Toronto, because there was a chance they thought they lost both of them for a long period of time.
It hasn't been a kind year to them this year. They were messed up right at the start of the season.
0-2. The Guardians have already struck out 6 times in the game. They only strike out just a little less than 7.5 times per ball game on the year, which is 3rd fewest in the majors. And there is a base hit for Ryan Rocchio. A diving effort by Nassim Nunez kept that ball from getting into the outfield.
And once again, look at that dog's happy. He's talking about a nice hit, nice swing. And I'll tell you, 0-2 pitch. He continues to hit with 2 strikes. And this was almost a beautiful play. I don't think Nunez would have been able to get him up and throw him out, but that kid's quick.
And he kept him from going to 3rd is what he did.
Yeah, he saved 90 feet is what he did. He got a piece of it, but that goes as a hit. So there you go, 1st and 2nd now, rolling it back over to the top of the lineup.
Only 1 out for Travis Bazzana. Bazzana grounded out on the 1st, walked in the 3rd. Way outside, 2-0. Inside, 3-0. So Cavalli, who has breezed through this one to this point, finds himself in a little bit of trouble here.
Yeah, right now, Bazzana's in the driver's seat. His first 2-0 count of the night, by the way, and it comes with 2 men on.
That's ball 4, and they are loaded. Just his 2nd walk of the game. Come on, wake up, big dog.
Tell him we're ready to score.
Jose's coming up. Come on, big dog.
They're going to talk it over on the mound. We're going to get a word here from Levin Furniture and Mattress.
Where can you get the guaranteed lowest prices on the top mattress brands for life? Only one place, Levin.
Arch, it looks like me on a plane. I'll beat you to the punch.
Exactly.
Yeah, except you usually sleep with your mouth open.
Why you gotta tell everybody my secrets, man?
Jose Ramirez, bases loaded, 1 out. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Up high, ball one.
Yeah, now he's having a tough time throwing strikes. This is an inning to get right back in this ball game now. With one out. There's a little life now. Fans are looking for something.
Left field, Wood.
That'll get him one.
Tagging up. Quan will come home. There are 2 down in the 5th, and it's a 4-1 ball game as Jose picks up RBI number 25. Yeah, here comes Chase to water. He's 0 for 2. Both times he's topped the ball to second base. Drops that curveball in there for strike one.
He's been very effective with that on first pitch tonight.
Down in the dirt. Came right back with it. The water lays off, so it's 1-1. The 1-1 up high with a heater, and it's 2 balls and a strike.
Losing a little bit of command but on that fastball. Guys have had some pretty good hitters counts in this inning.
Way outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. Blake Butera looking at the matchups. Manzardo waiting on deck. Their bullpen's still quiet. 3-1. Line drive, center field, caught. So the Guardians load them up, but they only cash in 1. They trail by 3 as we head to the 6th.
It's a blue moon.
Cleveland Guardians baseball is brought to you by Levin Furniture and Mattress, your mattress headquarters. Fido's Companion Rescue takes in 6 sick dogs and cares for them. The mission, the charity invites supporters to suggest a bucket list for dogs, donate money to pay for their adventures and their ongoing medical care. Pre-game, Warner Brothers and Milkbone made a check donation of $10,000 to that charity. You can donate by going to Fido's Companion on Instagram or Facebook. Sixth inning, 4-1. Washington leads it. Colin Holderman is the new Guardians pitcher after Sean Armstrong worked a scoreless 5th inning. And a challenge here. We haven't had one of those in a while.
The batter's challenging the pitch.
6th of the game.
Started out hot and heavy in that first inning.
Pitches the ball.
So Washington stays perfect. They are a perfect 3 for 3. Cleveland is 2 for 3. And Jacob Young takes a strike there, 2-1. Ground ball, weakly hit to Travis Bazzana, the second baseman slings it over, 1 down.
Well, Guardians Youth Summer Camps presented by Union Home Mortgage are back with over 16 baseball and softball camps across Northeast Ohio. Boys and girls get 6 to 14 will receive a high-quality coaching and instruction, special perks, and more. Space is limited. Register today. CLEGuardians.com.
Nasim Nunez squares to bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Nunez fouls it off to the left.
Oh, I don't like.
Foul right back to the netting. Nice one. Nunez wanted a challenge. He kind of half-heartedly went to his helmet and then said, never mind. 2 down.
Yeah, this is good backdoor breaking ball. That was there. That was a strike. Yeah, never mind.
That's
I thought twice.
That was a fake.
I thought about that.
No, that was a good pitch. Never mind.
Decoyed him. I was just seeing if you were paying attention.
Keibert Ruiz knocked in a pair in the 2nd inning. Looms large because, you know, they had everything going their way. They had him down on the count. They had the infield in, and then he just banged it right back up through the middle. Nobody was home with that infield drawn in.
The wild pitch changed everything. Remember, it was 1st and 2nd when he came up.
Sure was.
Got him on the board, and the very next man, James Wood, hit a 2-run homer to make it a 4-run inning. Rock to deep right. And off the wall. Played nicely by Martinez. Good strong throw. It's in plenty of time. Keibert Ruiz with the longest single maybe you'll ever see in this ballpark. And Angel Martinez played it perfectly and threw him out to end the inning.
Well, May is Cleveland Inspires Month, and it's presented by Northeast Ohio Ford Dealers. And a month of inspiring and impacting our community. Fans can participate by donating $25 to Cleveland Guardians charities. And for every $25 donated, you'll be entered into a drawing to toss out the first pitch. Donate today at CLEGuardians.com.
Kyle Manzardo leads it off for Cleveland here in the bottom of the 6th inning. He has struck out twice against Cade Cavalli. Guardians finally got on the board with a run in the 5th. But they had a chance to do some damage. They had the bases loaded. A topper, and it will go foul.
He's been rolling over on that, swinging at the the knuckle curve. That one was a changeup away that he rolled over on.
Family back.
Now it's 1-2.
Arch up in the family deck. We've got some of the new boys are in town. The tarps are off in Cleveland now. It's made its way here.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, look in right field.
We had our tarps off.
Line drive and a base base hit into right field for Kyle Manzardo. And the Guardians get their leadoff man aboard here in the 6th with their 5th hit of the game off Cavalli.
Well, he hit that knuckle curve. He finally got one to his likings. He's seen enough of it.
There you go.
There you'll see the knuckle curve. And he stayed back on it, and he drills it into right field. Good job.
Well, now Daniel Schneemann coming up. Talk about a guy that is due. He is 4 for his last 32.
Well, if it wasn't for him, this could be a 6-1 ball game. Robbing a home run tonight.
Slow chopper to third. Meade off balance throw, and a nice scoop at first by Chaparro. One away. Angel Martinez coming up defensively.
I'll tell you what, his arm has been very accurate, and he's throwing the ball very well. I mean, look at him. Right on target to the bases. He's made a couple of great throws tonight, too.
JT McGuire's been
guy
all
trying
over
to tag up.
Yeah.
He should be. He should be. He's worked hard, and I'll tell you what, that arm is developing, and he's overall having a very good year.
And remember, he came up as a shortstop infielder, second baseman, so he's had to work on that like we talked about with Schneemann. It's a different throw.
But he's getting comfortable in all three of them.
He's got daddy's catchers on.
Yes, he does.
Oh, man.
Well, he's always been a sucker for that breaking ball down and in.
I was going to say, because he likes that low pitch, do you think
Yeah,
that's probably
I know it. I mean, but that's never started off as a strike, you know, and then he chases it, but it bounces just past the plate. But, boy, he likes it down there, right around where that padding is on his leg. He likes it down and in.
Right back to the netting.
See, that one was coming into the strike zone. He was able to get to it and foul it off.
You got a piece of that to stay alive. Cavalli has hit 80 pitches, just over 80 pitches on the night.
You know, you look at this guy and he has very good stuff. He's only gone 6 innings 4 times. But his last 2 starts, you know, 2 starts ago in Baltimore, 6 1/3. His last start against the Mets, tough luck. He went 7. And there you go. Elevate the fastball after seeing all those curveballs, and he gets it by him. 7 strikeouts now for Cavalli. You know, you can see, used to seeing that ball going down. The next thing you know, you see it straight, and then it's by you. Just the change of speeds.
Stephen Kwan singled and scored Cleveland's only run in the 5th.
They're screaming for you, aren't you, Hero?
No.
Tarps off, man.
Well, we got our picture with our tarps
you
off.
look good, man.
Thanks. So do you.
Thank you. I've been working hard on my fitness.
I know you have.
Matty didn't look bad either. Oh, there they go. There.
Down and in. 2 balls, no strikes. Stephen Kwan is barking at home plate umpire Mike Estabrook, telling him that was a balk because he didn't come to a stop. Mike Estabrook has already been challenged 6 times via ABS tonight. 5 times he's been overturned. That's yanked foul.
He was saying he didn't stop. And that's what the complaint was, that he came and he went quickly, but he never really stopped once he came set. He'll make sure he does now after hearing the barking.
Soft liner toward left center, and Young makes the catch. 6 complete. It's still Washington 4, Cleveland 1.
Masters of the Universe, rated PG-13, June 5th.
4-1, Nationals lead it. And here in the 7th inning, it's the Major League debut of Will Dion. Dion is 26 years old. And making his debut, the Louisiana native was the 9th round pick back in 21. He's got a little funky delivery, exceptional command. At 5'8", one of the shortest pitchers that I can remember. Liner to center field, and that will get down for a hit. Schneemann was in retreat with big James Wood swinging.
Tell you what, this guy, the ball jumps off his bat. He's tall, he's 6'6", and he gets extension. And you see where Schneemann had to break back on that ball because that hung it out on a line. That's his 2nd hit. He's also walked once.
Curtis Mead looks at a curveball. He's got a variety of breaking balls. He relies on a lot of movement, not a lot of velocity, but again, command and changing speeds. And a weak ground ball to Rocchio. He bobbled it. They get 1, and that kills a chance of a double play.
It sure did. They had a chance if it was done cleanly. Maybe just tried to be a little too quick with it with the throw. But they do get the lead runner, so you get your first out. Watch him bobble it. See, he was trying to throw it before he really had it. I think he tried to quicken it up a little bit. That's all it takes to not turn a double play.
Andre Chaparro, a one-hopper to Pizzana, to Rocchio, on to first, just like that, a double play. So Will Dion in his Major League debut with family here, wife Abby in attendance. What a debut for Will Dion as he throws up a scoreless 7th for the Guardians.
Summer.
Well, don't miss Play Ball Weekend coming up on June 5th through the 7th. Encouraging youth everywhere to get out and play ball. Visit playball.org to register for a free event near you.
Cade Cavalli, his night comes to an end after 6 innings of work. You're looking at Will Dion, who just made his Major League debut and pitched a scoreless inning. Nationals go to the bullpen for a left-hander. Why not? They've got 4 of them. Mitchell Parker will be first into the fray for the Nats.
This guy has tossed more than 1 inning in 9 of his 11 outings.
David Fry pinch hitting for Patrick Bailey. And he pulls it foul into the Guardians dugout. Called a strike, and Fry will challenge. Guardians only have
Batter
one left.
challenging the pitch.
7th challenge of the game on the ABS. And now the Guardians are out of challenges.
Cleveland is out of challenges.
Fry is out looking. One down here in the 7th. 8 strikeouts for Washington pitching. Brian Rocchio, 2 for 2. Has 2 singles. And he got hit.
Pretty good on the inside of the knee, I think. Wasn't able to get out of the way of that one. Painful way to get on. But I don't think he could get out of the way of it. Breaking ball coming in, and it just keeps bearing in. He didn't move that back leg right on top of the knee.
It's square.
Yeah.
Not a glancing blow.
No, he just stays right there and hoping that thing was going to go somewhere. That did not feel good.
So back to the top of the order. Travis Pizzana has walked twice tonight. And a first pitch strike fastball from Mitchell Parker.
Then a little slider. So he hits the zone twice now. Pizzana's got a battle down 0-2.
Low and away. In the air, left field. Wood is back to grab it. 2 down. And Jose Ramirez coming up. He is 1 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Driving in the Guardians' only run of the night. Jose appears to like the second spot in the order. He's hit 295 since moving into that new home. 4 doubles, couple of homers, 9 runs batted in. Jose trying to answer the cheers, but he takes a strike. And it's 1-1.
Jose, a .333 hitter from this side of the plate.
And a pop-up. Back goes the shortstop Abrams. And the Guardians' offense continues to sputter. 7 in the books, 4-1 Nats.
Depot.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Cleveland Guardians and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Cleveland Guardians. Now we go to the 8th inning, and C.J. Abrams leading off takes a strike from Will Dion, who pitched a scoreless 7th in his major league debut tonight.
Matt, Rick, I mentioned to you guys last night, C.J. Abrams doesn't look like your normal cleanup hitter. Most of his career he had hit leadoff before this season. But Blake Butera has a different way he likes to construct his lineup, Arch. There's only one guy that hits in the same spot basically all season long, and that's James Wood. And James Wood can go to bed almost every single night, and he knows he's going to hit leadoff. The other 8 guys have no idea. He doesn't tell them the night before the game, barely tells them. He texts. There's a message. They have a messaging system that he sends after the strikeout, that he sends to the group of guys about where they'll hit, but he never tells them what pocket they'll be in or where they're at. So Abrams has hit all the way down to 6. He's hit 4th. He's hit 2nd. He's hit 3rd. And the thought process behind it is he's trying to find pockets for his best hitters. So he's told Abrams, you aren't our 6th best hitter, but I'm trying to get you good places to hit, not only against the starting pitcher, but when they go to the bullpen.
You know what? That's fine. I mean, I don't think hitters have to know where they're going to be hitting every day or every night.
He's just trying to find that balance, is what he's saying, of trying to win the game late.
Well, that's why he's a manager.
And it's working. And Matt, you know this. We've heard, Stephen Vogt talk so much about the pockets for different guys, for his bullpen guys. What Buter's trying to do is beat up or break up those pockets for the relief guys later on in the game.
Dalen Lyle 0 for 2 has walked and scored a run. You try to look at the game and forecast how matchups might occur. You know who their weapons are. You know who they're going to deploy in close and late situations. That's a fair ball over the bag, and down the right field line it goes. Angel Martinez right there. Throws back to first base, and Will Dion was there to stop that. Tell you what, Dylan Cruz, or rather Dalen Lyle, he was very aware of what happened earlier in the game, so he put the brakes on quickly.
You make a couple of good throws, that's all it takes, and they'll stay put.
I mean, that's a double every day of the week, you would think.
You come to it, he says, I dare you. He wanted to throw behind him and get him there. Watch, I think I'm going for second. Oh, no, that's right, that guy could throw. He threw a couple of people out.
First ball swinging. Jacob Young pops it up foul. Jose over. Just over the netting.
And Matt, as I told you about their lineup construction, James Wood says he's loved it because there's been about 3 or 4 games, Arch, this year. 9th inning, 2 outs, and guess who's at the plate?
Yeah.
James Wood. He said it's just worked out perfectly.
Well, that lineup turns over for the 4th, probably the 5th time for those guys the way they've been scoring. Yeah, I mean, the lineups are different now than what they used to be.
Stephen Kwan makes the catch. Will Dion, 2 scoreless innings in his major league debut. Nationals lead it, bottom of the 8th. Time running out for Cleveland. They have 5 hits in the ballgame. The lone run coming in the 5th inning. They've had a slew of opportunities, though. They left a runner at 3rd in the 1st. They had 2 on in the 3rd, could not cash in. 2 on. Well, they had bases loaded with only 1 out in the 5th and managed just the 1 run. Leadoff single in the 6th. Nothing to show for it. But the clutch hitting, the runners in scoring position stat, it's up and down. When you're going well, it seems like the hits come one after another. When you're not, it's like you're wandering through the desert looking for a drink of water.
Right. They've had 3 free base runners today, a couple of walks and a hit batter. But you only have 5 hits and 4 of them are singles. So when you get a hit with runner on base and you don't get many of them, the timing of it helps. But in the last 6 games, last week, it's been a tough go. Wasn't quite good enough to challenge back there for Ruiz. This is where you want to get that leadoff man on. Put some pressure on him.
Loop to left field.
That's gonna fall.
It will get down, and the Guardians get their leadoff man aboard here in the 8th. As DeWater just feathers one in.
Yeah, no way Wood could get to that ball. That one was dying. It went down, but it goes down as a single. So there's your leadoff man now.
Kyle Manzardo 1 for 3. Manzardo, he led off the 6th with a single, but he only advanced him to second base. The only inning in this game in which Cleveland has had multiple hits is the only inning in which they've scored.
Well, the 8th inning has been very good for the Guardians, scoring runs.
One away. Well, our Chevy drive of the game comes from the pitching side, driving that ball through the strike zone and letting your defense do some work for you. Will Dion, in his major league debut, has pitched 2 scoreless innings.
Yeah, good job. He got a 5-pitch first inning. He went right back out there again, throwing strikes, make him put the ball in play. He did a nice job.
Rhys Hoskins will pinch hit for Daniel Schneemann as Stephen Vogt is running out of options, trying to find the right combination to solve this Rubik's Cube of a pitching staff for Washington. Guardians last night managed just 2 runs, only 1 run so far here tonight. And Hoskins takes a strike. Rhys as a pinch hitter, 0 for 4. No balls and 2 strikes. The Guardians tomorrow will finish their 3rd stretch of the season of 13 consecutive games played without a day off. And the Nationals will wrap up a stretch of 16 in a row in which they have not had a day off.
Well, right there, Hoskins took it. He didn't like the call. Maybe if they had a challenge, he would have challenged it. But it's a strike. And it's back-to-back strikeouts now for Parker.
Bet365 scores from around the league will pop up here. Angel Martinez 0 for 3. He swung at a ball that was way down out of the zone again. Guardians hitters have struck out 10 times tonight. And again, for a team that is one of the best in baseball at not striking out, it probably speaks to either, Rick, the frustration level or just the funk that they are in right now as a group.
Well, these guys are starting to complain about the strike zone because they're out of challenges right now. They think it, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Now a challenge by Ruiz.
The catcher's challenging.
That'll be the 8th challenge of the game.
We ran out if it would have been more. That was a strike. There you go. That's 3.
It's the dad.
Nothing outshines a blue moon.
Will Dion back out here to pitch the 9th inning for Cleveland. 2 scoreless under his belt. He's yielded 2 singles and has a strikeout.
and he's made 16 pitches and has thrown 14 strikes, and he's coming right at you.
Well, I told you, his command has been his calling card.
That was well, that's right on. I'll tell you that. He hasn't shied away from anything. You know, the first 6 innings of this game, we had 3 outs. 2 outs on 3 pitches or less. In the last 2 innings, he's had 5 outs and 3 pitches or less.
Nasim Nunez goes in standing with a leadoff double here in the 9th. That ball was like hit in slow motion. It took forever to land, and then by the time Petey Halpin got to it, Nunez was able to speed into second base. Now Keibert Ruiz 2 for 3. A 2-run single in the 2nd and a would-be double in the 6th inning. Saw him get thrown out trying to stretch it. He hit it off the wall in right field and was thrown out by 10 feet at second base.
But when you're a catcher, once you make the turn and you're heading for second, there's no stopping. You don't have brakes.
There's no downshifting.
No, there is not. You just keep right on cruising and you slide into the out. That's all. He thought he had a double.
Right at him. 1-1. And that's fouled back. Will Dion was drafted in 21. The following year at Lynchburg, he was the Carolina League Pitcher of the Year. Followed that up with a year at Akron in which he was named Baseball America All-Star as he strikes out Ruiz, his 2nd strikeout. 1 down here in the 9th. Word now from Kia. Will Dion may have grew up in Louisiana, but his favorite player growing up was Dustin Pedroia, another guy who was probably overlooked by some because of his size.
Yeah.
A big bouncing ball on the shortstop side. Rocchio, quick release, and what a play by Manzardo to dig it out, but Big James Wood legs out, an infield hit.
And he did everything in his power to get rid of it quickly. And it was a great play, but Wood got down the line. He sniffs a hit, and he's got his 3rd hit of the night. He does beat it out.
Those long legs are.
Yeah, I mean those strides, man. That's like
it took about 5 steps. It looked like.
Infield in with the Guardians already down 3. They can ill afford to fall any further back. Curtis Mead is hitless on the night.
See if we can get a double play ball.
Did not go. That's in there. 1-1. Back our way. It's a ball and 2 strikes. The single by Wood, the Nationals' 10th hit of the night. They had 15 last night.
Yeah, just a little different tonight. They only have 2 extra base hits, but one was a big one, the 2-run homer. And that leadoff double here by Nunez.
Back our way. but it came up short.
We're not lucky enough to get a couple in a week.
Right.
Not lucky enough.
Real quick. Well, I saw you not move at all, Arch, but.
Well, you know, it's not in the zip code, you know.
Well, you do. Matty was, questioning it, making sure.
Well, that's because he made a play.
No, he's all. He tried to be on the All-Star team.
Swing and miss. He struck him out.
Got to get voted in, brother.
Well, it's easier to vote. You make more plays.
That's why he wants more plays.
Right, you got to show it off.
Will Dion with a good fastball, and again, it's not a fastball that blows up the radar gun, but
it's the elevation.
Top rail and up and away. Andre Chaparro. 0 for 4. Wood takes off, and he steals that without a play. His 9th stolen base on the year.
I was surprised it took that long with who's on third base, Arch.
Yeah, well.
You know what I mean? They would dare you almost to throw it to second with him at third, Nunez at third.
He'd be home before the ball got to second. 1-1. "32 pitches thrown by Will Dion, 26 strikes. That one's yanked to left field and a backbreaker. 2 will score as Chaparro hits the second base, and he is going to be out to end the inning. But it's now 6-1 Washington.
He might have got the foot in. They're waiting to see if he wants to. No. Not going to happen.
Keep coming back for more. Get ready for launch.
6-1 Nationals on top. Last chance for the Guardians. Mitchell Parker going for an old-fashioned save.
Yes, he is.
He's pitched 2 scoreless. He has allowed 1 hit and has struck out 4.
It's now 10 out of his 12 outings. He has pitched more than 1 inning. And this time he's got a chance for a save.
Stephen Kwan backs up.
Imagine that. Got to get 9 outs to get a save back in the old days.
Yeah. Your guys like Dan Spillner and
here, yeah.
Sid Bonji, maybe.
David Roach.
Was Catfish?
No, he was a starter. Catfish, no. Catfish was a starter.
Back in the day.
Gossage, Raleigh Fingers. Yeah, a lot of those guys.
And it was a save. It wasn't as big of a deal, though, right?
Why was it?
Well, I'm asking.
Yeah. A save's a save. But 3 innings of pitching. And they'd be ready to go next day. They needed 9 outs.
The 3-1 to Kwan is ball 4. And a word from Cleveland Clinic.
When you make complexities your specialties, you redefine what's possible. For every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic.
Fry takes. Nationals bullpen is quiet. They do lead by 5. strikeouts. Nationals pitching tonight. That's the 5th strikeout for Mitchell Parker.
Yeah, he's come out and he's been pounding the strike zone too. Rocchio's been on all 3 times tonight. Unfortunately, the last time it cost him. Now the 4th time. There you go. This guy's swinging it.
3rd hit for Rocchio. And the Guardians have 2 on with 1 out as you turn it over to the top of the order. Travis Bazzana 0 for 2 with 2 walks is coming up. Outside. Andre, we were talking about the 3-inning save. So back-to-back years, Goose Gossage, 133 and 134 innings. Raleigh Fingers, back-to-back years, 134 innings, 132 innings.
What? Their arms didn't fall off? Wow.
No.
Bazzana bangs it 5.
Now that's a save. Now you got me. Now I was looking at that's a save. Wow.
Well, you know, the guys now, they get maybe 70 appearances if they're used a lot late in the ball game. I'm not saying maybe necessarily the closers, but the setup guys as well. And they're going to be just right around the 70 inning mark, you know, maybe a little bit more.
75, maybe. Yes.
You know, so that put that in perspective.
Yeah. In 1977, Raleigh Fingers pitched in 78 games and logged 132 innings.
Yeah. Oh, my.
And had a 2.99 ERA with 35 saves that led the majors. Rip fair down the right field line and shot past Chaparro. Around 3rd, coming home to score is Quan. Rocchio will stop at 3rd. It's an RBI double for Travis Bazzana. And the Guardians are finally waking up here in the 9th.
Yeah, the pitching coach will make us trot out to the mound to slow everything down so they can get that bullpen throwing now.
It's 6-2. The tying run moves to the on-deck circle. Jose Ramirez will be coming up. He is 1 for 3 with a double and a sac fly. Still no action yet. This is a Nationals bullpen that truly is doing it by committee. Seven different pitchers have saved a game for Washington. Gus Varlin and Richard Lovelady tied for the team lead with 4 saves each.
And they've blown 14 saves.
And that's inside, ball 1.
You get one more man aboard, and you got the tying run coming to the dish.
Jose Ramirez with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. To 3rd. Oh, what a scoop by Meade. He'll go across the diamond. 2 down. Run scores to make it 6-3.
Yeah, that hop wasn't as easy as he made it look, but he charged the ball, came in at the right time and caught it and throws across to get the 2nd out.
And Archie's not a third baseman by trade. He's learning it this year.
Well, that's a scary bounce right there. I got to
sure.
tell you something. If you got to go in there with 2 guys on base You know, in the game as it is, that's not an easy play if you're not, you know, comfortable there and you just believe in yourself.
Lozano before the game gave Curtis Mead a lot of credit. They played together in the WBC. He just talked about what he's gone through. You know, he's been cut a few times, and we talked about the trade from Tampa to Philly. And he said that he's shown him what work ethic really means in the big leagues.
2 outs, bottom of the ninth. Guardians down to their last hope. Chase DeLauder trying to keep it alive. A swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Parker trying to nail it down for the Nats. They're 1 strike away. And a ground ball to first. He was late getting off, but he recovers in time. And the Nationals have taken the first 2 in the series. 6-3 is the final score tonight, as Washington wins their 4th in a row to go to 29-27 on the year. Cade Cavalli gets the win. He's 3-3. And Mitchell Parker picks up his first save for Washington as he joins the party on the save train for the Nats. Joey Cantillo, the loser, he lasted just 2 innings. He drops to 4-2 on the season, and Cleveland is now 32-25 for the year. With the series finale still to come tomorrow afternoon, as the Guardians will now try to avoid being swept by the Nationals.
Well, once again, they jumped out. They had a 4-run inning, and this game didn't start out very well for the pitchers. Joey Cantillo came out. He struggled to throw strikes. You know, and he walked 4, gave up 3 hits, gave up the big 2-run home run, and that made it a 4-run inning after they already had a couple on the board, so they were playing catch up from the jump street. But you know, they ended up coming back, and maybe a little momentum going their way in the 9th inning where they were putting 2 on the board. But they got some work to do tomorrow. They got the big rig working now.
We'll be here to bring you the series finale tomorrow afternoon. Stay tuned for Guardians postgame. Al Pulaski and Ben Broussard are coming up next.
Welcome into Guardians postgame, where tonight the Nationals win again. They've taken the first 2 in this series. Jose Ramirez had a couple of runs batted in tonight. Will Dion made his major league debut, pitched well in 3 innings. Ended up giving up a couple of runs in the 9th, but he gave Cleveland some innings eaten up that they needed. And there's a look at the Dion family there, meeting him on the field, taking some pictures. Good to see him up here. Worked definitely hard to get to this point. Welcome into the show alongside Ben Broussard, Al Pulaski. So 6-3 the final tonight. Pitched a little bit better, Ben, overall, I thought, even though this kind of turned into a bullpen game. And offensively, got some good at-bats late, but still struggling a little bit here in this series.
Yeah, it's really tough when you get out there and you get behind early. So I think the guys did a good job having good at bats, and there were several innings where we were kind of pushing, and then towards the end got a few across. But hopefully it's something that they can take those positives and bring it in tomorrow.
All right, let's take a look at the Nationals' second inning here. This was key because this is where they got 4 runs and ultimately built a lead that Cleveland could never come back from. That one, a low bridge, almost got Cantillo.
Yeah, that was really close. And then you got the infield in and shifted over a little bit, and you just got it right through there in a spot, one of the spots. And then unfortunately that changeup stayed in the middle, and the way James has been swinging the bat and staying through the ball in the middle of the field, I think he was able to keep it fair.
Yeah, how about this kid? 3 for 4 tonight. His 15th home run. He scored 2 runs. He knocked in 2 runs. James Wood. It's almost a one-man wrecking crew as he got those 3 hits tonight. Keibert Ruiz also had a couple. Other than that, a bunch of single hits for the Nationals, but it was that second inning that made the difference.
Yeah, these guys have just been hitting our mistakes and really making us pay.
So that's how Washington made it 4-0, then ultimately won 6-3. They didn't score again then until that 9th inning when they got a couple of runs and then made the last out there before the next batter could come to the plate. But Cleveland's rally happened in the 5th inning. You felt like they might be able to score more than one. They did get a run ultimately. But this is where you were hoping for a big inning here. Stephen Kwan, nice line drive hit to right to start it off.
Yeah, it's good seeing him heating up. He's getting some good swings on the ball. And then, Rocchio finds a hole there. So saw something mountain right there.
Well, then Travis Bazzana got the walk, so the bases loaded with 1 out. Brian Rocchio, by the way, got that hit that inning, 3 for 3 tonight with a run scored. Jose Ramirez goes opposite way for the sacrifice fly. That makes it 4-1. You get Chase DeLauder to the plate. He hit it well, but it's run down there in center field.
Yeah, he put a great swing on a changeup right there, and they're shifted over, and it was just one of those nights for him. But you know, I thought we did a good job in that inning as far as, you know, watching Jose come up with that situation and do what he does, taking that curveball to left field. And, you know, I think it just shows like that we're coming on the other side of this.
Now, let's see. You know, pitching-wise, too, one of the things that Cleveland has always had is pitching depth, and you're seeing some of that here in the month of May as we had another bullpen arm come up today in Will Dion, and he ended up making his Major League debut, went 3 innings, and looked pretty good, Benny.
Yeah, he was really efficient. He was pounding the zone, pitching up in the zone, and, you know, gave up a few there at the end, but I thought he looked really good. Looked like he belonged to it.
So here's a look at the way he got some of the outs. He got the key ground ball. 13 of his first 15 pitches were strikes. There's his family. They were very excited for him, and he had that bender right in the zone.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, you can just see the way he kind of carries himself out there. He's a competitor. He just seems like he's not intimidated at all.
Well, certainly a special night from him as we take a look at his StatCast 3D. He ended up throwing 33 pitches. Here's the mix. He's got 5 pitches, 4 mainly, 4-seamer, changeup, cutter, and curve. He'll mix in the sinker on occasion, too. But when you got a reliever with pitches like this who can pound the strike zone, that should play pretty well here at this level.
Yeah, and it feels good when you're in a game like tonight, too, when a guy comes in and he throws strikes, you know, and he's making them put the ball on the play. And then it's great when he's able to be out there with his family and they're getting to experience all this stuff.
Yeah, they certainly are, and you know, sometimes it takes a while to get here to the major league level for some guys, and you wonder if you're ever going to make it. Well, tonight, Will Dion's dream was realized, so congrats to him and his family who are enjoying it tonight. Unfortunately, couldn't get it in a win, as 6-3 was the final tonight, but now, you know, Cleveland, which had been so hot coming into this series, they'd won 6 out of 7. They were a team that, you know, won a lot of games against tough competition. They just ran into a Nationals team here with this lineup, which has been tough to get out.
Yeah, I mean, they've been behind both games real early, and like we were talking about before, I felt like they battled. They had some good at-bats, and you know, there were some positive things that happened there at the end, and I think that's what you got to draw on and pull up for tomorrow to, you know, try to get a win tomorrow and get back on that streak.
All right, when we come back, we'll talk with the manager, Stephen Vogt, get his thoughts on tonight's game as Will Dion making his Major League debut tonight. 3 innings. Looked pretty good. However, it's the Nats on top. Final score of 6-3. Back with the manager after this.